Recently I posted some photos of the prototype stage of this Class AB stereo amplifier on somewhere on Reddit. So you can find the mono version of this circuit on circuittutorials.ws. As you can see, the transistors I've used are TIP31C and TIP32C for the both halves of the signal, and in the middle we have some 2N3904 transistors that are apparently working as a preamp stage. This terrifying pin here is the input leads, and these end up in a stereo RCA base I found from a DVD player, and the output capacitors are 1000 microfarads, and this big boy is the input power ripple filter. It's temporarily attached. Well, no matter how large the capacitance is, there is still going to be a loud hum thanks to this bad boy. Well, even if you set it up to 1.5 volts, you can read 12 volts on a digital multimeter. The camera is not trying to stay focused. Well, this circuit runs off of 12 volts and it's rated for 16 ohm loads. I probably have only 4 ohm speakers in my home, so I'm such concerned that this is going to be burning when you are theoretically it's bad to run low impedance loads on this kind of amplifiers. The speakers draw more and more current, and that's going to harm the transistors. Luckily I have some heat sinks. Well, I began the project with larger heat sinks. This is actually the heat sink of a GeForce 8400 GS old video card, and I asked one of my cousin brothers to cut this for me in half, so props to him. The two halves have only one port for screws to go in, so I had to push the other transistor to be set with it. As you can see, you have a larger blob of old thermal paste that there. The circuit would have been looking cooler with these, but I didn't have the electrical insulator sheets, so they got shorted with each other. A short circuit is such a bad thing when it comes to Class AB amplifiers, because one of these transistors is handling half of the output waveform. One of these stands for the positive cycle and the other stands for the negative half cycle. So by shorting it, even if you short the same like common in this case the grounds are like the emitters or collectors are not common. They're like working on virtual stages. I don't know. Please someone correct me. I'm mostly getting those technical terms wrong. Well, you have approximately 1 watt or probably less than that for one channel, and with a hell lot of supply humming. So I just got kind of ready to hook this up and take a listen with you guys. I would highly appreciate if someone was here to hold the camera for me so that I can plug these in. I didn't even have any footage in the middle either. That was taken while I'm assembling the circuit. Well, what's gone is gone. Now I have something to hold this for me. A complete portion of my recording was ruined by the fan running in my room. Well, you might want to run away from this video because this is the underside of my PCB. It has gotten a myriad of jumper cables going all over the place, and the soldering is fine as the circuit is working, but it doesn't appear so. The main problem here is circuit planning. I began this project with a sketch on a PCB design software, but halfway through the drawing I abandoned drawing it completely, and I was that impatient, I was that eagerly waiting to have the circuit assembled on the dartboard, and this is the result. The spacing between some components is too much wide, and there are a lot of unused space in this dartboard, which is a waste of money. At some point my mind was occupied by the idea of having the mirror image of one circuit on the other side, and while doing so I had to swap the terminals of output capacitors several times, and then I got one of them installed backwards. I need to desolder components more than soldering them. Doing so, one of the copper dots got off the board due to overheating, which is disappointing. Again, all of this is because my bad circuit planning. So I gotta practice patience, draw the circuit using the software, and take time to debug that design. Also, the smaller the circuit is, the lesser the amount of conductors it needs. The conductors, in the sense, are the excess leads that I cut away after soldering something to the board. So right now, I'm playing the audio and as well as recording the stereo feed from a third-party app downloaded to that my mom's Galaxy A04e. Well, when the jack is present, the hum is higher. Let me unplug this. There, the hum goes away. Right now it's left half. Right half. This is the maximum volume. Hanggang sa may diwata na magdingat ko nalasing kagabi ang galing katabi kanabi napating sa iyong face marikit kahit nasa dilim di ko rin. It doesn't have much bass, and the frequency response is kind of decent. The transistors are pretty hot now, and probably this song is copyrighted. So I guess that's it. And now it's time for well, this big capacitor is discharging, even though it partially have done the ripple cancellation. So I guess that's it, and it's time to hop on Premiere Pro and hopefully merge the stereo recording with the mono recorded audio. So yeah, bye bye.